is trying to help Shanice overcome her fear of birds. Leslie ends up taking Samantha's idea. Jacob's still playing peacemaker, or trying to play peacemaker anyways. And Ted wants Evil to come over to Martin's for tree trimming. I said, I guess what Cat finna be upset again. I guess she finna miss another event. And like I said before, like, I understand how she feel, because everybody just acting like everything's sweet, like the good ain't did nothing. But at the same time, like, if you continue on, everybody gonna walk away from you. They don't told you. They don't told you and showed you that they switch up, that they over here on Eva's side, and you still being foolish. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chess for Beyond the Gates, December 17, 2025. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. What did y'all think? Did y'all like the episode? Look here. Look, I said I didn't know about Shanice and Ted, but I'm starting to like them. Then with Carlton and Nicole, I liked that scene with them today. I said I liked that scene with them. Now, I don't know, has anybody heard if Kyle's supposed to be a regular, or was he just for that? Well, there was 2 episodes, right? Wasn't there 2 episodes? Yeah. Was he there just for then, or is he coming back? Look, I don't know who. Like, I liked that scene between them. Then they over here kissing and stuff. They dancing and everything. Do y'all be seeing the lady that plays Nicole, her dancing on TikTok and everything? Her, the one that plays Danny, the one that plays Eva. Look, all of them be on TikTok. Hold on. But yeah, they definitely be on TikTok dancing and everything. But yeah, look, I liked it. I liked that scene between Carlton and Nicole. Then Ted over here trying to help Shanice. Help Shanice overcome her fear and everything. I said, I don't know. I've been saying how Leslie's gonna have a fit, but she seemed to be distracted. I said, let me find out. She ain't been as obsessed with Ted as she normally is. I said, wait a minute now. I said, wait a minute. But yeah, who we gonna start with? I guess Ted and Eva. Ted said that he would have been there for Eva if he knew about her, and they would just talk about that. And she was telling him how he's a good man and everything. He ends up asking her to come over to Martin's. Wait, let me see what they say. He wants her to create a bond with more family members, and that's why he told her he wants her to come over to Martin's to trim the tree, to trim the Christmas tree or whatever. She's like, she don't know about that because, you know, Cat gonna feel some type of way. He basically said forget his other daughter. No, that ain't what he said. He's like, he want both of them to get along and everything, and basically Cat gonna have to get over it, which he isn't wrong, because there gonna be plenty of events you gonna continue to miss out on all of them. I said, is you gonna continue to miss out on all of them? I mean, me personally, y'all already know I said this all the time. If we got on food, I'm not going around you. So shoot, I'm just gonna miss out on some events. I don't care. Now in this case, I was like, I feel like Kat gonna end up, still coming and stuff like that. I might be wrong. We'll see if she actually shows up. We definitely will, because Samantha already done told her about herself. She already done told her about herself. I think that's what she needed to hear. Now, will it actually make a difference? We shall see. What else was they talking about? I know he invited her to come. She was like, she didn't know. He ends up admitting that he was hoping Nicole comes to the party as well. I said, that ship has sailed, buddy. I said, she over here with Kyle and Carter. I said, that ship has sailed, buddy. But he doing better than I thought he'd be doing by now too, though. So everybody seems like they moving on. They definitely seem like they moving on. I'm still not too sure about Shanice and Ted, but I did like they seen today. I did like Carlton and Nicole's scene today. But yeah, let me see. I'm gonna just read off the notes I got, and then if I remember anything, then we'll talk about it. Naomi ends up meeting with Leslie. She done took Samantha idea. Samantha came over there to me, so she can't help but overhearing, what they talking about and stuff like that. Leslie basically told her to run along and stuff and be a kid this, a kid that. Samantha felt some type of way. She dropped that smile real fast, didn't she? She told her to go run along and everything. And I said, exactly, y'all went to the wrong people. Y'all went to the wrong person. Every the time she do something, it's the Dupree this and the Dupree that. She just told you didn't have to seek out the Duprees or do it on their foundation or what they got going on or anything like that. You could have found it's so many different organizations and you worried about the Duprees. First of all, nobody told you come mess around with this married man to begin with. You act like they wronged you or something. You act like they wronged you aside from Bill over here threatening to take folks' baby or whatever she said he'd do to that baby. I don't know what she said, but she said something. But yeah, I was like, I said, you got it twisted. That's a perfect example of how people do stuff to you and then act like you the one did something to them. What's wrong with her? Talking about the pre this and the pre that, everything. She always want to one up these folks. Let it go. And from the looks of it, there ain't nobody that you need to be trying to prove yourself to anyways. or outdo. They got a whole lot of skeletons in their closet. Everybody over here lying and cheating and doing all this other stuff. But yeah, she's just this everything out her mouth is Dupree this and Dupree that. And Eva was trying to talk some sense to her, but shoot, she been trying for a long time to just give it up at this point. But yeah, and Naomi was just giving her advice about how to start, and she really not trying to hear it. And I said, of course, you can't just start anything. You got to do your research and all that. And that's basically what she was telling her, to do her research, and you need to basically go with a foundation that's already established and stuff like that. And she wasn't trying to hear it. I think she did end up naming her organization or whatever. She said Leslie Thomas something. Leslie Thomas something or whatever. June ends up telling Samantha she don't think there is a such thing as a free clinic. And I said, she might be right. I said, she might be right. It might cost you something. It might not cost you money, but it's going to cost you something. Carlton was saying how he's ready for his date. Nicole's ready too. I said, Nicole done went out with Kyle and she done got her groove back or something. Nicole got her groove back. Nicole done got her groove back. She said she ready too, so he ends up doing a little picnic for her and stuff at the house. And they drinking wine. They over here dancing and everything. They dancing and stuff. Next thing you know, they back sitting down. And they just, I think he said something about they got their own song, they got their own wine. I said, okay, I like what you did there. I said, you got a point. You got a couple of points, Carlton. You lost some points because you left. You left instead of taking her to Winterfest and stuff. But you back and you making it right. So then next thing you know, she kissed, they leaned towards kiss. She kissing him, they just kissing and stuff. I said, okay. I said, I'm starting to root for them. I said, I wanted her back with Ted, but I don't know no more. Ted over here with Shanice now. But yeah, and that's all that happened with them. That's all that happened with them. Let's see who else we gotta talk about. Jacob. Jacob was still trying to fix things between Isaiah and Elon, and he was just saying how they both had fought and everything, and how much Elon has done this and that for him, and trying to convince him to come over for Christmas and everything. Excuse me. Malone ends up talking to Elon about the same thing, about what's Isaiah's problem and stuff like that. Is he holding a grudge? And he was saying how he made some of Isaiah's charges disappear, and they was talking about how I think Jacob was the one said something about Elon has been there for him and stuff like that. And I said, do they not know how he feels about Joey too? I said, I want to know how they feel about him feeling how he feel about Joey. I don't think that would go over too well, but at the same time, like, y'all all crooked, so it don't really matter. Look, y'all crooked. Look, that's something we don't establish them crooked. But so far, we've been seeing a lot of them crooked. Elon crooked at this point. How you gonna talk about Isaiah? You over here, buddy, with this dude who over here a known criminal. I said, all these people are criminals. I said, you a criminal? How you gonna be mad at son? And first of all, it's the past because he's trying to do better now. And you so stubborn, you can't even see that. And I was like, dude, all y'all need to be in jail. Look, all y'all. Hold on, what the world? You over here judging him and talking about you over here mad about who he used to be. You can't even see who he is today because you worried about who he used to be. You over here, you worried about who he used to be, and you just was over there and enjoy office and stuff like that. I'm about to say corroborating. I don't even think, is that a word? I think it is a word. Over here joining forces with Joy Armstrong and all these other people. Then y'all got the nerve to try to judge somebody and stuff. What the world? Please. But yeah, I already said Malone said he made some of Isaiah's charges disappear. Eva tells Ted he's a good man. He wants her to create a bond with more family members. Leslie tells Samantha she can run along and let the grown-ups handle things. Ted wants Naomi tried to tell her about herself about taking Samantha's idea too. But yeah, she still, like I said, talking about the Duprees and stuff like that. And I was like, man. And then also Naomi was telling her about the money. I was like, all right, she should be out of money by now. Because she said she stopped funding the trust fund or whatever. Then she, ain't that what Anita said? Now, I don't know, I can't remember how much she said that she gave her, but she did say she stopped giving it to her. And the way she been spending money and stuff, remember she did that at the country club. She donated a wing or something like that. Now she's trying to fund a free clinic. She was paying for Peach's stuff. She done bought this house for or the condo for what's her daughter name, Eva, and everything. So I was like, yeah, she gonna be broke again. She definitely is. What else? Let's see. Ted wants Eva to come to Mars. We talked about that. Oh, Malone was talking about working things out with Isaiah and stuff, apologizing and everything. And I said, right. I said, they both really should apologize. Like, I don't know everything, but so far what they shown, they both need to apologize. And Elon, too, mainly because how you judging him for how he used to be a criminal and doing this and that, but he's showing you that he over here working at the college and everything, you still tripping. You still tripping. Now, I ain't gonna say, like, when you do certain stuff, people be thinking, like, oh, some time has passed, then that erases what you done did because you not that person no more. Not always. Not always, but in this case, he tripping. In this case, he is tripping. Ted ends up bringing Shanice a gift. She thought it was for Nicole at first. He was like, no, it's for you. It was what was it, a bird feeder camera or something like that? And she's like, no, she don't want it. She's still scared. He basically was trying to help her overcome her fear. He said he'll be over to install. I said, that ain't all. I said, that ain't all he trying to install. That ain't all he trying to do. But no. I said, look, I ain't rooting for them just yet. I need to see some more scenes with them, and then I decide. Just like with Carlton and Nicole. We'll see. We shall see. What else? Let's see. um, Carlton thinks Nicole and him should get to know each other all over again. Leslie talks to Eva about her foundation name. Samantha wants June to come for Christmas. I said, these people, I said, you can't just send, yeah, they had her over for Thanksgiving and everything, but you supposed to be ran it by them first, because how you know they ain't going to feel some type of way, because one day they okay with her being around, next day they tripping again. But I get it, because somebody pointed that out. They were saying, like, you know, if it's a closed adoption and stuff, Naomi didn't have no business doing what she did, and that's true. That's definitely true. But they definitely at that age now where it ain't much you could do. They teenagers now, they gonna do whatever they want to do. Unfortunately, I mean, in some cases they actually listen, but in other cases, well, Samantha don't listen. They don't gave her phone. Oh, that's something I don't think I got to talk about. That day they don't gave her phone back. I said, ain't even been no money, has it? It might have been a month. That's what type of punishment? The episode, I think that was the day that I didn't do a review. It had to been the day that I didn't do a review. They had something in a bag and they was giving it to her. I said, that better not be no phone. I said, I know they ain't gonna give her a new phone. I wouldn't give her the old phone back yet. She ain't learned. Well, she hasn't contacted that boy. She hasn't contacted him. We ain't seen him lately though. I think they was on TikTok dancing and stuff together too. Her and the dude that played Nathan. But yeah, I was like, how you? They punched me in it fast, didn't it? I was like, they good on. What's that? After they good on got somebody upset. Somebody's upset. I myself laugh at anything. I don't laugh at anything. I'm a very serious person, but some things it do be funny. I don't think y'all heard it. Y'all probably didn't hear it. But yeah, what else? Let's see. Ted trying to help Shanice overcome her fear of birds. Carson winding down Nicole. Isaiah tells Elon he planning on coming by. Oh, what was Eva and Isaiah was talking. I think she was trying to encourage him to talk to his dad and stuff like that. So he went there to the police station. He was like he coming by to see his mama for Christmas, stuff like that. And he basically told him, don't make a promise you can't keep and everything. And I said, well, I hope he do take his tail going on. That's a start, because Elon just be running around mad. He just be mad. He be angry like Ridge on the Bold and Beautiful. He be mad like him. Just sitting up here mad and stuff. What else? Nicole and Carter kiss. Malone and Leslie face. Eva had left, and that's when he came in. And she was like, are you following me? And she was like, are you following me because you like me or because, you was paid to, like, at Winterfest? And then it went off. And then it went off. And I was like, look, I don't know what they got going on. Oh, that's another thing. Malone was talking about getting a divorce from his wife and stuff and just encouraging Elon to talk to his folks and everything. But that's all that happened. That's all that happened, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still disappointed, because why did they show Bill looking at the doggone mug, the tea or whatever, and then it's like nothing. It's like nothing. I was waiting on Haley to get caught slipping. That's one storyline. I'm ready to see if Anita has cancer or not. And it was something else. What's the other thing I'm waiting on? I can't remember right now. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the night and be safe. I think if y'all watch Sisters, the season finale come on tonight. I think House of Pain come on in about an hour and 18 minutes. I don't know. And I think that's all to come on tonight. But deuces.